Yes, students, we are done with 4 subsections of section 9 as well as section 5 of IGST Act. So section 9.3 as well as 9.4 especially spoke about what? RCM. We have covered the list in detail. Now let us get into subsection 5. Subsection 5. What is it telling? It is again giving power to the government to notify the supply of services on which tax is to be paid by whom? E-commerce operator. Actually, your e-commerce operator is neither the supplier, is neither the recipient, is like a middleman, is just owns a platform. Now, through this platform, you are receiving some services or you are supplying some services. They are not targeting the supplier, they are not targeting the recipients. Whom are they targeting? The middle guy, who is a e-commerce operator. Guys, as per section 9.1 along with 9.2, who is supposed to pay tax? Who is supposed to pay tax? Supplier under forward charge. 9.3 along with 9.4, who should pay tax? Recipient under reverse charge. Subsection 5, we are not targeting supplier also, we are not targeting recipient also. Whom are we targeting? The person who is arranging the transaction between supplier and recipient. That is nothing but your Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, Uber, those people. Okay. Subsection 5. The government may, on the recommendation of GST Council, by notification, specify what people? Please be careful. Category of services. Only services they are giving power here. Sir, what about goods? They are not giving power for goods. The tax on intrastate supplies of which shall be paid by electronic commerce operator. Electronic commerce operator. If such services are supplied through it, and all the provisions of this act shall apply to such electronic commerce operator as if he is the supplier who is liable for paying the tax in relation to supply of such services. Now section 9.5 is giving power to the government. Government, you notify any supply of services which is supplied through whom? E-commerce operator. Who should pay tax on it? E-commerce operator. Means as if they are the one who is liable to pay GST. In this case, the provisions of GST is applicable for whom? E-commerce operator. If any non-compliance, who will be penalized for it? E-commerce operator. Oh. Provided that where an e-commerce operator does not have physical presence in the taxable territory, that is in India, any person representing such electronic commerce operator for any purpose in the taxable territory shall be liable to pay tax. For example, sir, this e-commerce operator, let us take Uber. They don't have any office in India, sir, but they are providing services in India. In that case, can I book the cab through Uber in India? Yes, sir. But they don't have any office in India, sir. Then they should have a person who is representing them in India. He is the one who is liable to pay GST. Sir, what if they don't have any person also representing them in India? No friend to no back to in India. But they're having business in India. They're having Uber app. Sir, can we use Uber app in India? Yes. Can we book a cab through it? Yes. But they don't have office in India. They don't have any person representing them in India. In that case, what should they do? As they are liable to pay GST as per this provision, they have to appoint a person who is representing them in India. And they have to take care of this GST provisions. Provided further that where an electronic commerce operator does not have a physical presence in the taxable territory, that means they don't have any office here, physical presence means. And also, it does not have a representative in the said territory. Such electronic commerce operator shall appoint a person in the taxable territory for the purpose of paying tax, and such person shall be liable to pay GST, guys. Guys, simple, listen here. Let me take an example of Uber. Assume Uber have an office in India. Who should pay GST? Uber. They will take care. The office will take care of it. What if they don't have office? Then a person representing them in India. Sir, what if they don't have the person representing them in India? Appoint. Appoint, they will take care. Is that clear? Means they are given all the options. First, if you have office, they will take care. If you don't have office, person representing the person. That is person representing e-commerce operator. If you don't have both, please appoint. Please appoint. Yes. Same to same provision is also given in section 5, guys. Let us do it together. Same to same provision in section 5 of subsection 5, subsection 5. But the only small changes, instead of intra there, here it is inter, guys. Here it is inter. Yes, sir. Let me just read it. First paragraph I will read. Anyway, all other things is copy paste. The government may, on the recommendation of GST Council, by notification, specify categories of services, the tax on intrastate supplies of which shall be paid by electronic commerce operator. If such services are supplied through it, and all the provisions of this act shall apply to such electronic commerce operator, as if he is the supplier liable for paying the tax in relation to supply of such services. Got it? Yes. Other things and all copy paste. Actually, this paragraph also copy paste, but above was intra and here it is inter. Guys, in simple, if I have to tell, section 9 of CGST Act is a charging section for GST for intrastate supply. Whereas same to same provision is covered in section 5 of IGST Act, which is applicable for interstate supply. Both has 5 subsections. Clear? Yes. Subsection 1 actually talks about supply, but taxable under forward charge. Who is supposed to pay tax? Supplier. Subsection 2 tells 5 petroleum products, that is PhD man, outside GST. Subsection 3 and 4 gives the power to the government to notify any goods or services which is taxable under RCM. Did government use this power and notify any goods and services? Yes. And services is a part of your syllabus. Then 9.5 has given power to 9.5 has given power to government to notify any services, only services supplied through e-commerce operator on which e-commerce operator is liable to pay tax. Did they notify any services, sir? Yes, they are notified. Which services, sir? RATH. RATH or RATH. Okay, sir. What are those? We will see. I have given a short form here only. We will see, guys. Okay. The explanation is given after a few pages. That is after RCM and all. Come to that point. Yes, this point. It is given after the RCM part. Page number 48. 48. I have just given one example here how actually e-commerce operator operates, guys. How does it works? Guys, see whatever I have given you, not important from exam point of view. This is just to make you understand how actually this works. How actually this works so that you can understand the provision easily. Taxability of electronic commerce operator on notified services, section 9.5. Did government use the power given to them under subsection 5? Yes, they have used it. Electronic commerce operator is any person who owns, operates, manages an electronic platform for supply of goods, services, or both. I can also call Amazon and Flipkart as actually e-commerce operator, but here what they have covered is only services and not goods. So I am not using that as an example because here goods is not covered. But obviously, is Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra and all is a e-commerce operator, sir? Yes. But through that, what is supplied is goods, guys. Through that, what is supplied is goods. We are focusing only on services here. Okay. I will take the example. At the right time, whatever example I should take, I will try to take and connect it to the real world. E-commerce operator display the products or services actually supplied by the other person to the consumer on their electronic portal. Now you guys, customers, you will book goods or services through e-commerce operator. No. Is it actually owned by them? Is it actually owned by them? No. There is some other person who have listed their products on or services on e-commerce operator. You will just go book it and they will deliver it. Clear? Yes, simple. Okay, let me take Amazon only because most of you will be like used to it, Amazon or Flipkart. Now assume you are buying a dress through Amazon. Is the dress owned by Amazon? No. Some other person. They would have given also supplier name. He is actually the supplier. Who is the recipient? You. Who is the e-commerce operator? Amazon. So they are just arranging the transaction between supplier and recipient. You both don't have a direct contact. So they are bringing, who is bringing the contact between you both? Amazon. Like that. Consumer buys such goods or services through this portals by placing the orders. The actual supplier supplies the selected product or service to the consumer. Now, you will pay to whom? Amazon or straight away to seller? Amazon. So, Amazon will receive the amount from you, deduct their commission, we call it as platform fee. They will deduct it and give the remaining to whom? The actual seller. The price or consideration for the product or service is collected by whom? E-commerce operator from the consumer. Deducts the commission from the amount collected and passes on the remaining to the actual supplier. Give the remaining amount to the actual supplier. For example, assume I have listed my product on Amazon. You are buying it. I am selling it for 1000 rupees. Now you will pay 1000 for me or Amazon? Amazon. So will Amazon give me entire 1,000 rupees? No. They are doing charity. No. Now they will charge 20, 30, 40%. It depends on the agreement between the actual supplier and Amazon. Assume they are charging 30% commission. So they will deduct 300 and give me balance 700. For me, actually, sale value is how much? 1,000 only. But 300 rupees, I can claim it as expenses, commission, platform fee. Yes, sir. Fine. So on this 1,000, who is liable to pay GST? Is it the supplier or is it the e-commerce operator? Is what we are learning now. But please be careful, guys. Just example I took as an Amazon, but Amazon will not come here because whatever they have covered here is services and not goods. Yeah, I just explained through Amazon example for you how e-commerce operator will work. Now let us actually get into which are those services which they have notified, sir. The government may notify specific categories of services, the tax on intrastate supplies of which shall be paid by electronic commerce operator. If such services are supplied through it, such services shall be notified on the recommendation of GST Council. Have they notified? Yes, 4 services they have notified, guys. Okay. Sir, how does this work? Is simple. Just a minute. You can see here, I've just given an example. Here, actually, the supplier is supplying some services through whom? E-commerce operator. To whom? To recipient. But for this, if it is a RATH Services, RATH Services is the short form given by me. They have notified 4 services, guys. That is restaurant, accommodation services, transportation service, and housekeeping. So I have named it as shortcut RATH. Or you can also remember it as TAR. You know TAR? Like that. Oh. So who should pay tax on it? Not the supplier, not the recipient. That means no FCM, no RCM. Who should pay tax, people? E-commerce operator under section 9(5) of CGST Act, or if it is supplied outside the state, then as per section 5(5) of IGST Act. Same to same provision, copy paste. Hope you understood. Hope you understood. I repeat, listen. Supplier supplied services through e-commerce operator. For that, they are charging for recipient, assume 1,000 rupees. Recipient is paying 1,000 to whom? E-commerce operator. On this 1,000, who should pay GST, people? E-commerce operator. He is the one who is liable to pay GST. So all the provisions of the act will be applicable to whom? E-commerce operator. As if he is the person who is liable to pay GST. But can he charge GST and collect it from recipient? Yes, that is what they do. That is what they do. They can charge and collect it from the recipient. But the compliance procedure is on whose head? It is on e-commerce operator. Simple logic, guys. Why? Because these people are small. We cannot catch hold of these people. That is what government felt. So whom will we target? This person who is arranging for this transaction. So it is difficult to catch hold of these people. So let us not target them. Let us target this guy. Obviously, when he is liable to pay, what will he do? He will charge and collect it from the recipient. Can he do it, sir? Yes. But compliance burden is on whom? E-commerce operator, guys. Let us begin the case one by one now. Which are those services which are notified? Notification number 17/2017 CTR. CT stands for what? Central Tax Rate. Dated 28th June 2017 has notified the following categories of services supplied through e-commerce operator for this purpose. In short, I name them as RATH or RATH. A. Services by way of transportation of passenger by a radio taxi, motor cab, maximum 6 people, or maxi cab, maximum 12 people, motorcycle or any other motor vehicle, including auto rickshaws, except omnibus. Means omnibus is not covered here? No. For that, they have added a separate point, B point. We will see that. Example, Ola, Uber, Rapido. Clear? You are booking a cab through what? Any of this, or even two-wheeler service also is available through Rapido. Sir, even auto, car, cab, auto, or two-wheeler, you are booking through any of this platform. Is ECO, that is e-commerce operator, liable to pay GST on it? Yes. Examples also I have given you. Let me try to explain this with an example, guys. Yes. Assume you are this person, blue person. Person in the blue dress is you. Okay. You want to book a cab. Can you book directly? No, not possible, sir. So I will use a platform. Which is that platform called? Ola or Uber. Ola or Uber or even Rapido. Any platform. Today, number of platforms are there. I'm just taking the famous players, guys. Okay. Ola or Uber. So This guy or girl booked the cab through e-commerce operator. Okay, now they will track it through radio signals. Who is the nearest cab provider or the cab, where is the nearest cab? They will try to connect you both. Through what? Through this platform. They use radio signals. Clear? To track who is the nearest supplier available. Okay, sir. So in this case, they will come, pick you, drop you wherever you want, wherever you have booked the destination for. Who is the actual supplier? Cab owner. Actually, this person, Papa, don't call them driver. They are the owner of the cab. Sir, is this cab owned by Ola or Uber? No, Ola, Uber doesn't own any car. They just provide the cab aggregation service. Okay. So let us call in GST language supplier. They're the actual supplier. You are the recipient. You make the payment. Actually, it will directly go to Ola or Uber. Now they are also given a provision to receive directly, but still these people deduct their commission for it. Okay. On this service, who is liable to pay GST people? Ola or Uber. E-commerce operator should pay GST under section 9(5). But other than omnibus. For omnibus, we have a separate provision. We will see. Is that clear? Any confusion? Got it now? No supplier, no recipient. Who should pay tax? E-commerce operator. But obviously, when they are issuing the bill, they will charge and collect it from the recipient only. Okay, sir. Next, sir, what if it is a omnibus? What if it is a omnibus? So let me take, assume me. Idu nane. So assume I am booking. Last example was you. This example is me. Sir, why didn't you put our image? I cannot put everyone's image, no. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Just ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಯ್ತು. Assume Vikas is booking a seat, not entire bus, a seat in VRL through what? Abhibus. Sanya, got it? I am booking a bus seat in VRL through what? Abhibus. Through Abhibus. Who is Abhibus? E-commerce operator. Red bus, Abhibus, there are a lot of things. Okay, I have taken one example. And obviously, that doesn't mean that only this person is covered here. Yeah? No, any e-commerce operator through whom I am booking the ticket, guys. Okay. Guys, who is the actual owner? Supplier? VRL. Who is the e-commerce operator? Abhibus. Who is the recipient? Me. Okay. Now, listen. Is e-commerce operator liable to pay tax or not? Depends on who is this supplier. If supplier is a company, then they will pay tax under forward charge mechanism. They will pay tax under forward charge mechanism. Sir, what if supplier is not a company? Anyone other than company, Varsha, anyone other than company. Like individual, HF, partnership firm, anyone like that. In that case, who should pay GST, guys? E-commerce operator. That is Abhibus. Is that clear? I repeat. If the ticket is booked through e-commerce operator for a bus, omnibus is nothing but bus. First check who is the supplier. If supplier is a company, FCM. If supplier is other than company, then e-commerce operator will pay GST, guys. Got it done? Yes. Sure. Let me read that provision. Second one, B. Guys, they excluded omnibus here and included in next point. Services by way of transportation of passenger by omnibus, except where the person supplying such service through e-commerce operator is a company. So company they are excluding. So if the supplier is a company, forward charge mechanism. Who will pay tax? Supplier. No, sir, supplier is not actually VRL is a company. Okay, assuming they are not company. Who should pay tax, guys? Abhibus. E-commerce operator. Okay. The tax on services by way of transportation of passenger by an omnibus provided by a company through e-commerce operator is payable by whom? Company itself. Under what mechanism? Forward charge mechanism. Forward charge mechanism. Okay, sir. Then A, B done. A, B done. Let us go to D. No, C is there in between. C. Services by way of providing accommodation. Accommodation in where and all? Hotels, inns, guest house, clubs, campsites, or other any commercial place meant for residential or lodging purposes, except where the person supplying such services through electronic commerce operator is liable for registration as per section 22 subsection 1. Guys, 22 subsection 1 tells if the supplier of services aggregate turnover is more than 20 lakh, they have to get registered. they have to get registered. And for some special states, they have told 10 lakh. But let us consider 20 lakh. So if supplier turnover is more than 20 lakh, they would have got registered under GST. Who should pay GST? Supplier. No, sir, supplier's turnover is less than 20 lakh. So they are not registered. Who should pay GST? E-commerce operator. E-commerce operator. Example, OYO, Make My Trip, Airbnb and all. You guys would have be aware of this, through which you can book a accommodation service or a hotel rooms. Let me explain this also with an example. Accommodation service. Assume this guy, recipient. This guy, recipient, want to book a hotel room. Not entire hotel, only room in hotel. Through Airbnb. So Airbnb is an e-commerce operator. So you want to book it in a hotel here. So who is the actual supplier? Hotel. Who is providing accommodation service? Check whether they are registered. If supplier is registered under GST, then who should pay tax, people? Supplier under RCM. Sorry, under FCM. Supplier will pay GST. Sir, what if by chance if this hotel is a small hotel, sir, not registered under GST? Then who should pay GST, people? E-commerce operator. E-commerce operator will pay GST under section 9(5). Hope you understood. They clearly told e-commerce operator you should pay tax only if supplier is not registered. That means if supplier is registered, who will pay tax? Supplier. Supplier will pay GST tax if he is registered. Okay, sir. C done. Next, D. Services by way of housekeeping such as plumbing, carpentering, etc. except where such person supplying such service through electronic commerce operator is liable for registration under section 22 subsection 1 of CGST Act. Same story like before. Example is urban company. There is one platform called urban company through which you can book various services. Clear? Yes. But here what they have covered is only housekeeping services. Housekeeping services. Oh, let me explain with an example. Housekeeping services. Assume this guy who is a recipient wants to book an housekeeping services through e-commerce operator, which is called urban club or urban company. Okay, sir. He booked it. So this people, actually the person who is supplying it is this people who will come and clean your house as per your requirement. Now they are telling if supplier is registered, they will pay tax under forward charge mechanism. But normally most of the case they will not be registered, guys. Why? Because they are small people. Their turnover or earnings will not be more than 20 lakh. But what if they are registered? If they are registered, they will pay tax under forward charge mechanism. Sir, what if they are not registered? Then e-commerce operator will pay tax under reverse charge mechanism, guys. Reverse charge mechanism. Yes, let me just erase this and copy paste the above part. Just a minute. Because same to same provision will be applicable. Registration will matter here. Just a minute. So let me send this little down. Okay. Silence. Okay. Chance, sir. You give chance, we will make maximum utilization of that. Chalo. So if supplier is registered, forward charge. If supplier is not registered, then e-commerce operator has to pay tax. This and the above one is same to same. But obviously service is different, but provision is same. Whenever there is an accommodation service or housekeeping service which is booked through e-commerce operator, first check whether supplier is registered under GST. If yes, forward charge. If not, the e-commerce operator. We don't have any particular mechanism for this, guys. Sir, do we call forward charge, reverse charge and all? No. We straight away tell e-commerce operator, please take care of payment of GST. Okay, done with housekeeping. And please be careful, guys. Through urban club or urban company, you can book many other services also. You can book many other services also. What is it? Beauty service, massage service and all. Actually, you can book. Beauty service means, I need not explain. Sir, can we book a beautician service through this? Yes. But are this covered here? No. Those things are not covered here. Only housekeeping services. Only housekeeping services, guys. Yes. Last one. E. Supply of restaurant service. Okay, restaurant. Other than the services supplied by restaurant, eating joints, etc., located at specified premises. Oh, that means specified premises, they excluded it. Example, Swiggy, Zomato, etc. Chalo. Restaurant services. Assume recipient, same person. Sir, as he was busy with home cleaning and all, his wife was not able to cook. Very busy, no? Yes. Cleaners were coming and cleaning the house. So, very tired, not able to cook. They are booking the food through Swiggy. In which restaurant? Sarvana Bhavan. Yesterday we discussed Sarvana Bhavan. So, recipient is booking the food through Sarvana Bhavan. Who is the actual supplier? Sarvana Bhavan. Who is the recipient? This guy. But you booked through whom? E-commerce operator. That is Swiggy or Zomato. Okay. Here we don't check whether supplier is registered or not and all. If supplier is not a specified premises, okay, supplier should not be specified premises. Then who should pay GST, guys? E-commerce operator. Who should pay GST? E-commerce operator, which in our example is Swiggy. Got it? Yes. Sir, what if by chance if supplier is a specified premises? Specified premises, they excluded there, no? Who is actually specified premises? Guys, please pay attention. All this you try to connect to an example and study, it becomes very easy. Now assume the guy is booking a food through Swiggy, but in which hotel? In a hotel where there is a restaurant, along with restaurant, accommodation service also is provided. Along with restaurant, accommodation service also is provided. Few good hotels will have restaurant also, either in the ground floor or in the top floor. Correct? Yes. Now they have accommodation service plus also restaurant. Now this recipient is booking the food through this premises, where at least for one room per day charges is more than 7,500. At least for one day, for one room, the charges is more than 7,500. Then we call this person as whom? Specified premises. Who has to pay GST, people? Supplier. Taxable under FCM, supplier should pay GST. On what? On accommodation as well as food, restaurant service. Is that clear? Actually, what we are discussing now is not accommodation service. What we are discussing now is restaurant. But for that, they are trying to connect accommodation. This person is providing restaurant service along with what? Accommodation. And at least for one room, per day charges is how much? More than 7,500. In that case, who should pay tax, people? Supplier. Understood? Yes. So that is why we learned here it is other than specified premises. Other than specified premises. Let me just give an example here. Assume, guys, let me just draw it. Okay. Assume this is a hotel which provide accommodation service plus restaurant service. Clear? Okay. Where shall we have a restaurant? Rooftop or ground floor? Where you want? Roof top ali. Aurge mele tinbeku. Chalo. Okay. Assume in the top floor there is a restaurant. See, if you go have food there, there is no question of all this. What are we talking about? I am booking the food through e-commerce operator. In which restaurant? In this restaurant. Okay, na? Yes. And they also provide accommodation service. Okay. There are various rooms here in this floor. Okay. There are various rooms. Let us consider all these are rooms. At least for one room, they are charging. Assume this is big room. So this is more than 7.5K. All other rooms are less than 7.5K. But one room, fully AC, star hotel. Star room. Not hotel is star, only room is star. Okay. So in that case, one room is charged for more than 7,500 in a day. Do we call this as specified premises? In that case, who should pay tax, people? Supplier. On what service? Restaurant service. Again, I am telling, I am not talking about dine-in. Dine-in means you will go there, have food. We are not talking about it. What are we talking about it? You are booking the food through Swiggy. In which restaurant? In the restaurant owned by this guy. Clear? See, some people, actually some restaurants, they don't even provide Swiggy, Zomato entry. They will tell, no, we are enough. We will only sell it. But assuming they are kept open for even Swiggy and Zomato orders. In that case, if you book food in this restaurant through Swiggy or Zomato, then who should pay tax, people? Supplier. Supplier has to pay GST. Hope you understood. Clear? Yes. So please be careful with exclusions, because normally they may target that. Because normally students will know, restaurant service, fine, ECO. But what is not covered in ECO, please be careful. Clear? Because almost every point they told, excluding that, excluding this, or other than this. Please take care of that properly. Okay. So they told other than specified premises. Now what is specified premises? Specified premises would mean premises providing hotel accommodation service having declared tariff of any unit. Any unit means any room of accommodation above 7,500 per unit per day or equivalent. So it is more than 7,500 per day, guys. Okay, so tax on the above services supplied through e-commerce operator shall be paid by whom? E-commerce operator, guys. In short, I call all this put together as what? RATH. RATH or RATH. Guys, you know, in Odisha, there is something which happens called Rath Yatra. Okay, Rath Yatra or Ratha Yatra. Okay, however you pronounce, because in different languages we call it in different name, Ratha or Rath. Okay. So now assume I want to go participate in this Rath Yatra, want to take the blessing of Puri Jagannath. Okay, sir. So I want to go there. I want to book a travel through a bus, for which I used, assume, Airbus or Abibus. On this, is you supposed to pay tax? Yes. Now I want to go there and stay there in the room. I don't have any accommodation there. So I am booking a room in Odisha near to Puri Jagannath temple, through which, assume I booked it through Airbnb. Who should pay GST? Airbnb. Okay. Now I should have food there. I don't have any like home there. So I'm staying in a hotel. Hotel is assuming hotel. Yeah. So assume hotel doesn't provide food. So I am booking a food through Zomato or Swiggy. Sitting in hotel, I am booking the food through Swiggy or Zomato. On this, who should pay GST? Swiggy or Zomato. Now I went to washroom. I was supposed to use few things there. By mistake, I broke the tap. By mistake, I broke the tap. Now I know if hotel person get to know, he will charge a penalty. So what I did, I booked a housekeeping services through urban company to get it repaired. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So for this, who should pay GST? Urban company. Urban company. Yes, just try to remember like this as a story, so it would be easy, guys. This is just a story created by me. See, if you can remember like that only, great. If not, you can remember through this example. Okay. So if e-commerce operator is liable to pay tax, guys, then all the provisions of the act will be applicable to him as if he is the person who is liable to pay GST. And silence. All the provisions of CGST Act shall apply to such e-commerce operator as if he is the supplier liable to pay tax in relation to supply of goods or services. But here actually only services are covered. That is RATH. The e-commerce operator may, on services notified under section 9(5), including on restaurant service provided through e-commerce operator, pay GST by furnishing what? Returns in form GSTR 3B, reporting them as outward taxable supply. Actually, this is a return which is to be supposed to be filed by supplier. But here they are asking whom to pay tax? E-commerce operator. They are telling you, e-commerce operator, as if you are the supplier, file GSTR 3B. File GSTR 3B. Okay. Then this thing I have already covered it, guys. There itself. Now, when e-commerce operator is liable to pay tax, if they have physical presence in India, they will take care of it. Sir, what if they don't have physical presence or office in India? Then a person who is representing them will take care of it. Sir, what if the person representing them is also not there? Then they have to appoint. They have to appoint, guys. Yes. So this is all about subsection 5, people. We have covered section 9 subsection 5 along with 5 subsection 5 of IGST Act. Together we have done it. Together we have done it, guys. Whether this services, silence, whether these services are provided within the state or outside the state, who should pay GST on this? E-commerce operator. E-commerce operator. Yes. I will just display whatever examples I shown. I used to explain it. You guys can just observe. First one is transportation service, which you will book through Ola or Uber. But here it will not include omnibus, because for omnibus we have a separate provision. We will check it. Now, if I have booked a bus ticket or bus seat through an electronic commerce operator, which in my example I have used it as Abibus, we will check whether the supplier is a company. If supplier is a company, they will pay tax and forward charge. If not, the e-commerce operator will pay tax as what? As if they are the supplier. Okay. Then coming to accommodation service. Recipient booked a stay in a hotel through Airbnb. We have to check whether the hotel is registered under GST. If hotel is registered under GST, they will pay tax and forward charge. If not, the e-commerce operator will pay tax as per section 9 subsection 5. Next, housekeeping services. So a recipient has booked a housekeeping services through urban company, and supplier is coming and providing the services at whose residence? Recipient residence. Now we will check whether supplier is registered. If supplier is registered, they will pay tax and forward charge. Most of the time they will not be registered, guys. Sir, what if they are not registered? Then e-commerce operator will pay tax as per subsection 5. Last one, restaurant services. Your recipient is booking the food or any other items, food items, snacks, food and all through the hotel. Okay, sorry, through Swiggy in a hotel. So who should pay the GST here? E-commerce operator straight away. But the supplier should not be a specified premises. Sir, what if they are specified premises? Specified premises means at least for one room per day charges is more than 7,500. In that case, we call the supplier as specified premises. For whatever restaurant services they are giving through e-commerce operator, supplier is the one who is liable to pay GST, guys. Supplier is the one who is liable to pay GST. So this is all about subsection 5, guys.